welcome to NUSU Talks.
I'm Carter.
And I'm Ryland. And today we have very special guest, Nicolas Botham, who is our Vice President of Finance and Administration here at NUSU.
Yay!
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Yeah.
We're going to start off pretty easy. We just kind of know, or we want to know for students who may not know, what is the role of VP Finance Administration? Like, walk us through what your day looks like. What kind of things do you do in that role?
Okay. So, unlike a lot of the other positions for the executives, my job is mainly behind the scenes work.
Yeah.
So, I tend to do stuff to health plan. So, I'm constantly answering any student emails that get sent there, as well as just our general email as well. I have my also personal email, so I'm answering 3 different emails every day, as well as I'm writing policies. So any sort of NUSU policy that we have, I'm the one editing, making those changes, and bringing them to our board to get approved. We have a lot of different meetings, whether that's internally, so whether that's just management meetings or staff meetings or any other things, we meet a lot of different things, as well as NIPSing has a bunch of meetings and committees that the executives sit on. So I would say probably 80% of my day is in meetings, and then the rest is answering emails.
You're a busy guy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Wow. And kind of just to roll off of that, what drew you initially to NUSU? Because you just got elected for your second term here, but before you even ran in the first elections and got elected, what really drew you to wanting to be a part of NUSU?
Yeah, so even from coming out of high school, one of my main goals was I wanted to get involved as much as I can.
Yeah.
So right from first year I did residence council, second year I did a whole bunch of stuff at the school. I probably worked in every single department possible at the school. And NUSU kind of was, I worked them a little bit with O Week and NUSU crew and a bunch of other things. So really just this was the next kind of step along the journey that I kind of set out for myself for getting involved, and I thought I'd be quite good at it, and I've been really enjoying it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you were, correct me if I'm wrong, but you were part of Relay for Life.
Yeah.
Doing a similar type of role that you are now, correct? Yeah.
So I've worked in a bunch of the different student groups actually. So I was VPFA for the Math and Computer Science Club for a year,
Wow.
finance captain for Relay for Life for 2 years, as well as there's probably 1 or 2 other things I've done.
So this was the gradual next step for you,
Yeah.
since you had already been in that area for a while. That's great.
Does your role, the reality of your role versus what you expected different, or is it pretty similar to what you expected coming into it?
Overall, because I did so many jobs within the school already, I kind of had a good understanding of what it would be. Obviously, I didn't think it would be nearly as many meetings. I thought I'd be able to actually try to do a little bit more initiatives and more work out in my actual office time instead of having to put that on extra.
Yeah.
But overall, I was probably working more hours before this, which is
really?
crazy, yeah, because
Wow.
with all the different commitments that I've did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Definitely. And today is April, what is
27th.
27th. Okay, so currently, right now, you are still the Vice President of Finance and Administration, but when this comes out, you will be in your second term as Vice President of Governance and Services. Can you kind of walk us through what those changes will look like with the title change and what those responsibilities will look like in your second term now?
Yeah, of course. So this was actually some of the stuff that we were trying to implement throughout the year, and I was actually working directly on.
Yeah.
So really it's just a little bit of a change in the workload to trying to ease the amount of workload that each position has. Because some positions, even throughout the year, we noticed that some positions had more work than others, so we were able to try and balance out. So the main difference is with my finance stuff being taken off, so that's being thrown onto our full-time staff fully now.
Okay.
From there, obviously I'm taking the governance, so all the policy stuff. So I was secondary on it before. The present role used to be the primary, so now I'll be taking that on completely. And then student groups is definitely one of the big ones. So student groups is going to be coming onto me completely, because we had multiple staff kind of working on that. We had the VP Student Life as well as our offense associate or coordinator, defense coordinator who would work on student groups. So now that's going to be taken on to me. So that's going to be a big part of my job for next year. And then obviously health plan and sustainability plan, sponsorship will all be on me
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
But like, good that we're dividing, trying to like
Yeah.
ease workloads of people. But I think it's also good that like you are going to be involved in student groups because you have that history of being involved with student groups, so you kind of know how to like. You have you know what the student groups are looking for. Or,
I know
what they need.
how they kind of work
Yeah.
and what they need.
And you've been on both sides of it. You've been on the NUSU side and on the other side as a student group executive, so it works well that you know all the different perspectives, because running a student group is hard, and having someone that knows how hard it is and able to kind of like help you guide you, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's great. And then by the time this episode, we already talked about this.
Yep.
Oh yeah, sorry. Next.
Oh, sorry, no. Our apologies. Can you talk to us just a little bit about what your current role right now like does to support students, and also what you're hoping like the VP Governance and Services does to support students across campus?
Yeah, of course. So right now, currently, I manage the health plan. So any sort of coverage or anything like that, I help decide on that. I help any student problems or anything like that. So anything health plan related, I'm the main person for that. Sponsorship is a big one that I do throughout the summer, typically. So this year, primarily, I was able, like, I did stuff with the Capital Center. So we were doing free tickets for them, as well as like a bunch of different discounts I was able to get for us, things like that. So just trying to get stuff from other businesses that students aren't having to pay for. So that's a big thing. Sustainability plan has been one big thing that like hasn't really been touched a lot in previous years. Obviously, there just hasn't been a lot of time. So I've been trying to kind of work on that and just try to do a little bit more like green initiatives. So hopefully I'll be able to do a lot more of that with this new position.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's great.
Kind of rolling off of that, if you can think of something else that you would like to see change or progress come this new term, like do you have a goal in mind of something that you want to see grow into something a lot bigger?
So like overall in like my position, I'm not really sure exactly what will have to change, because after like 1 year in the VP finance role, like you're able to kind of see what needs to get changed, and that's why we made these changes. So I guess for the governance and services role, we'll have to kind of see how the year goes, and then from there we can make any accurate changes. But like overall, one thing I really want to kind of make some updates and changes is with our student groups and things like that, just because as I said, like I've been part of them. I've seen where some difficulties can lay a lot of like transition year by year.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that I'm able to kind of fix that and see what I can do to help make student groups, like being an executive of the student group and trying to run it, make it just a little bit more smoother and easier to understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, when you said you're talking about like how you want to involve green initiatives, this could be totally off base, but can you talk about the maple syrup that you've been doing the past few weeks? This is totally out of left field. I was just thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it's something fun that we could...
Yeah, of course. So over the past couple, I would say month or so, me and our facilities associate have been tapping maple trees and collecting syrups. So it's kind of initial startup right now. We're just kind of figuring out how to do it, what we're doing.
Yeah.
But so far we've collected a bunch. Overall, I think at the end we'll have about 5 liters of actual maple syrup.
That's great.
And the plan is like for future years to kind of expand on this, and it'll be either in the food pantry or we'll be giving out to students or selling it, things like that. So it'll be
That's
for
great.
students. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's just fun too.
Yeah.
Like tapping syrup, that's just fun.
Oh, yeah. And obviously, I would love for the future, I want to collaborate with OII, and then actually the international office would be one that, because I've worked in the international office, they always try to do events where it's like, learn how, like, the Canadian experience. So, like, one thing I was really, like, thinking about that would be really nice to collab with them would be, like, teaching the international students how to tap trees and what the whole process is and work with them through the entire process.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
This might actually kind of go along with this, or you might have a different story. But what is the one like most memorable moment for you here?
Yeah, so obviously I've really enjoyed tapping the trees. It's been a lot of fun. It's wet out there, so like it's a swamp. But I would say one of my best moments was over the summer. So we do a couple of charity golf tournaments and stuff like that. So me and Warren were driving one of the carts for one of this, and Warren's our ED. So I was driving and messing around, and I ended up driving us right into the woods, and I jumped out of the cart before. So
You were driving and you jumped out?
yeah, I was driving, I jumped out, and I see the cart go hurling into the woods with Warren still in the cart. Yeah. And then I'm just laying there on the ground like, what just happened? And I just hear Warren cackling from the woods,
Oh my
like
gosh.
absolutely dying.
That's
Yeah.
so
That's crazy.
funny. Oh my goodness.
So I'm assuming you both were okay, but
Somehow I was more injured than he was because like my knee was bleeding from jumping out onto the gravel path. He was fine. There's branches everywhere in this golf cart, and like he's just saying there like, yeah, I'm good.
Wow.
He was saying he went to go jump out, and then he went to go jump out, and a tree went by, and was like, nope, I'm staying here.
Oh
So it's
my
like,
gosh.
And
Yeah.
how was the cart?
it was fine. We pushed out and kept playing.
Love-
That's commitment. I like
Yeah.
that.
I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But I guess it is moments like that that you can look back on and laugh at. That you're
Yeah.
just like, this is what I could just. You look back on it in so
Yeah.
many fond ways with all these fun memories. That's really cool. So now, kind of to wrap up our talk today, we end with our segment that we call NUSU Lets You Talk. Even though we've said this before, but we are all NUSU, but NUSU is going to let you
Yeah.
talk. So you have the floor just to leave any message with anyone who might be watching, any students. If you want to leave a message about going into your second term or just like reflecting upon your first term, it's up to you.
Cool.
The world is your oyster.
Well, I guess I'll start with a little advice. Definitely similar to me, like, I really wanted to get involved, and definitely with NIPSing, it's a really good spot to get involved. It's super easy, so, like, I really suggest for any student coming here or wanting to do anything, you can do it. Like, go get involved. It's not difficult. Send an email. Do it. Why not? And then a lot of the other things, like I'm in charge of a lot of our services here, and like one thing I would really love for students to do more is like you're paying for it, so use it. Like use your health plan. Why not? Go to the dentist. Like
Yeah.
get your glasses. And then our food pantries, like it's food here for you.
Yeah.
Just go use it. Use our services. It's a one email away. Walk in our building, say hi. Like you're paying for these services that NIPSing and NUSU are providing, so use it.
Take
You might as well
advantage.
take advantage of it.
Take advantage. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, that's great and
Amazing.
very true.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today,
Yeah,
Nikki.
thank
This was a
you.
Thank
wonderful
you.
chat. We're very excited to see just like your progression in the next term, and just like because you've already come so far, but to see the cool changes that are coming with your role,
Me too.
it'll be a very, very exciting year. But yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone, and
Thank
we will see
you.
you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.